This recording was made on October 15th, 2011. It's an excellent example of drone infrared gaming. I had started recording my trail rides because my horses were constantly shaking their heads and rubbing their eyes on their legs. Sometimes they became so frightened I had to get off and lead them home, and they had big wild eyes and looking everywhere. So that is the reason I started recording the trail rides. And during this trail ride, I learned that when they're projecting the image for drone infrared gaming, there's a flash of light. And then when I take a still picture from the recording where the flash of light is in the film, then darken it, the images that were projected become visible. So here's the first picture. I know it goes fast, but here's the beginning of the flash of light. And you can already see on here the faint images of faces on the trees. And on the images on the ground are, I believe, part of why my horses become so frightened, because when they project the images, it looks like the ground is uneven when it actually is not. And when I darken the picture, it becomes more colorful and the images become clearer. This is the next frame of the flash of light. And Schoberg's rock quarries are right here. It's my ex-husband's family's quarry business right there. This frame, all I did was darken the picture, and you can see the images becoming more visible. Cartoon characters, there's a whole row on the bottom of them, and then a little bit larger ones here, and then it extends well into the sky. Here's the next frame, and here's Varley's buildings. That's their big barn, top of the trees. This is where their home place is right over here. And when I darkened that frame, this is what it exposed. And the images that were projected had fully taken form. They are extremely colorful. It appears to me they are in layers. And as I said, this is Varley's big barns and farm buildings. And these images tower above that. Not only are they colorful, they extend across the entire horizon. I can bring it in a little bit so you can see. It's a series of horseback riders and cavalry and medieval knights. It's just got a very unique horse theme, when none of my neighbors ride horses. But here are the farm buildings of Varley's, so you can see how much this towers over the top. Along the top is this, let me try to darken it, see if that would help a little bit more. See how it doesn't go away, you just darken it, it just gets more colorful. But the top layer is of just rows of images. That's the next frame. And then here's the next frame from the picture. Is fading away. When I darken that picture, there's only a few of the images that are still visible, down along the bottom and along the top, few in the middle. And when this is the next frame, and when I darkened it, it just is a normal picture. The images are not being projected, they do not show up. It's just a normal picture that's too dark. So when I was going on this trail ride, when I came down and was starting to saddle up, I saw this tractor come down the road and go into this field. So when I rode by it, it didn't move. So I know it had a scoop on the front of it, But it was there the entire trail ride. When I rode back to the road, which is here, and then back to my place, I stood by the gate and watched for a little bit, and that tractor left and went back up to Varley's. They live here. So I don't believe that was a coincidence. It came right before I started the trail ride, and it left when the trail ride is over, and whenever I was visible, I couldn't see it moving. There's Varley's buildings. They do all of Schilberg's farming for them. Here's the tractor I'm talking about. And I could see a bright light. I thought it was a flashlight that they were pointing at me. But knowing what I know now, I believe it was a projector light. One more time I'll go up.